So now y'all done ran the boy out of Atlanta because y'all give people bad service. Black people better not never say nothing about nobody else doing them wrong because we the worst to each other. But is y'all ready to talk about it? Let's joust.
Come on, Blaze.
It's the beef for me.
Wah, 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 for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we live.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Voodoo Doll TV back with a quick little jokes or whatever the case may be. And I am heated. I am really mad because the city of Atlanta, the so-called Wakanda that T.I. said it was, turns out it ain't no Wakanda. It's more like a prison. That's what it's more like, because everybody is over here trying to drag everybody down and they don't like to be corrected when they wrong. Let me just start by saying this. Now, I just got off the plane from Vegas. I'm sitting in my car, child. I ain't even pulled off yet because I had to get up here and say what I got to say. So if y'all hear stuff in the background, my bad. I'm just trying to get this off before I get off and drive where I need to be going. So, but let me say this, y'all. So the boy Keith Lee went to Atlanta, came down to Atlanta, and he did food reviews. Now, we all know he did really good food reviews, or rather bad or good. However, the ones who were bad, OLG, the ones that were bad, the real milk and honey, was in their feelings. Now, I know the Candy was going to get up here and say, Candy was on there really nice and really sweet. Why would you say that? This is the I Must Hate Candy page. Girl, don't nobody hate Candy. We don't even know Candy. I'm just being honest. There were 2 restaurants that he had bad reviews on because he couldn't even get the food to even give the reviews. And instead of people taking these critiques and saying, you know what, let me do better, they are actually now, allegedly, they said, according to him, sending this man unaliving threats. And I'm sitting here saying, for why? Now, I have an inkling in my heart it might be from that man from the Real Milk and Honey or one of his people, because he gives me real elitist, capitalist type of, I'm better than everybody and how dare you type of vibes. But I don't know. I'm just saying what I believe. However, I do think it's very rich that he can provide horrible service to people that look like us. And he is a person who look like us. And then the people who get the horrible service can rationalize it in their brains because they love their faves so much that they deserve to be treated better than you simply because of who they are, allegedly, or whatever you think they are. Y'all is crazy. Let me get into his recap of the Atlanta tour, and then we're going to get into what he had to say as it pertains to him postponing his Atlanta tour because niggas and flies. You feel what I'm saying? Let's get into it.
This week has been insane. This is a recap of everything that's happened this week. The good and the not so good. Let's talk about it. Let's just address the elephant in the room. These 2 videos were posted yesterday. Long story short, me and my family tried to go to Old Lady Gang, and that situation just wasn't for me. And I want to be very clear. Usually when celebrities come in, they want to be treated like that. I'm not a celebrity. I'm a normal person. So I get the employee was just trying to do her job. I'm just not the target audience for that kind of treatment. So we went to another place. We went to the Toast on Linux timeline. We went to Old Lady Gang. I shot the video. We left and went to Toast on Linux. Toast on Linux is where those 2 videos were taken. I had no intention of shooting the video. We just went to eat food. We walked up. It was a 2.5 hour wait time. But the people that were waiting were dressed to the nines, head to toe. On Sunday in Atlanta, people go to brunch, so they expect to wait. We didn't know that. While I was there, me and my wife took a picture with a lady who does food reviews. She has nothing to do with the situation other than the fact that we took a picture together while she was eating. They said it was a 2.5 hour wait time. We said, okay, we're gonna go somewhere else. While we walked out, the entire staff walked out behind us. They attempted to implore us to stay and said that we can sit down immediately. Again, I'm not the target audience for that. Usually I would just leave, but before we left, we saw 2 cars with 2 people in each car. So they were separate. It was 2 girls in one car over here. It was 2 girls in one car over here. One car had been waiting for an hour and a half. The other car had been waiting for an hour. One car was trying to do takeout. One car was trying to sit down. So again, the people that were waiting inside, that were dressed to the nines, they didn't mind waiting. But the people that were sitting in these cars, I didn't like that. So the owner and the manager walked out and they offered us a table for us to be able to sit down. We told them as a family that we would do takeout, but we wouldn't eat in the restaurant. And the only way we would do takeout is if they gave the table that they was gonna get to us to the 2 girls that was sitting in this car, which they did. On top of that, they had to make sure the girls that were sitting in this car got takeout before we did, which again, they did. The staff and the owner were extremely accommodating. They were nice, they were accommodating, they were professional. And again, that's just my experience. When we got the food, we all enjoyed it. Personally, the food was good to me. But again, I wasn't recording anything. I was just eating. We paid for our food and I tipped the waitress $500. I wasn't gonna say nothing about it because again, I was just eating food. But these videos came out, and I just wanted to make sure we clear that up. The lady we met inside the restaurant had nothing to do with anything. She was just eating food. And I wasn't arguing with nobody. I don't argue. I even said in the video that they recorded. I'm just Keith. Social media aside, I'm a normal person. Cardi B went live last night, and she said this about our situation.
Talking about this guy called Keith that he does restaurant review, and I'm like, who is that? Who is that? I know that being a restaurant owner is a lot of hard work, and so many people have invested money in their restaurants. People, you know, like this is their everything. But I always find this. Eating in Atlanta, it is such an event. You could barely order in Atlanta restaurants. Like you go like, hey, I would like to make an order. Oh yeah, we don't take orders. They don't do no pickup orders. They don't do deliveries.
God is amazing. Shout out to Cardi B. The Real Milk and Honey is one of the restaurants that me and my family went to. The Real Milk and Honey and Milk and Honey are two different restaurants. The Real Milk and Honey is a restaurant we went to. Milk and Honey is a restaurant we did not attend. I already was very clear and transparent, asking y'all not to leave hate anywhere. But specifically, don't leave hate to the Milk and Honey. They didn't do anything. Update, I just received a notice from the owner of the Milk and Honey. The place that we did not go to, them and their employees been receiving death threats. I'm absolutely 100% not with that. That's so corny and so lame, regardless of my opinion on any restaurant, even if it's the Real Milk and Honey. We don't do that over here at all. If you do that, you are not somebody that watch me and not somebody that support what me and my family are on. God bless you. And I mean, under any circumstances, that's not okay in my eyes. But again, if y'all would listen to me, don't leave hate nowhere. If you would like to have your own personal experience on any of these restaurants, I encourage you to go. But now to the most important thing. These are all the amazing things we're able to do while we're in Atlanta.
I've been through so much to open this restaurant. Didn't even know I was gonna be able to open it. And you know, tonight, who walked through my door? Keith Lee.
It is 8:40 at night, and this is the line.
Everything I've been wanting, manifesting for my life. Everything I've been wanting, manifesting.
Who would have thought Keith Lee would bring ATL out, bro? Like, God did this, Bird did this, Keith Lee did this, nigga, we did this!
Popular TikToker Keith Lee is sparking a lot of conversation about Atlanta's food scene.
Packed of Keith Lee. Look at these cars lined up, y'all. This area is always empty, but this is just one side. It is never packed, but this is the dining experience.
Oh, you got these people attention now? Talk that talk, George. You got these people attention now. Now they know it's not a game no more.
Shout out to every single person that we met while we were there. The hospitality from the locals in Atlanta, crazy. Something I'll never forget. This has been another stop on a Keith Lee and family food tour. God bless you. Have an amazing day. Y'all be safe.
Now, y'all just seen his recap of what he had gone through so far. And this man is actually doing everything that he can do to make sure that you guys don't go out sending unaliving threats to these people. And also just to give you guys the information, because everybody in Atlanta knows restaurant culture in Atlanta is garbage. Everybody knows that. Not even trash, not even garbage. It's garbage. You know why I say garbage? It's because there's a lot of Negroes. Some of them play like they got money. Well, no, let me back that up. Most of them play and cosplay like they got status and money. Can we talk? Right? Yeah. And then the other ones who probably been on, who probably featured on one reality show feel like they are the Janet Jacksons and the Michael Jacksons of the world, and they run around Atlanta feeling like they this, that, and the third. And these restaurants basically, they accommodate those people and trash the people who pay the bills and keep the lights on, which is you and me. Duh. But see, no nobody want to say that. See, everybody want to make it like it's all cool. Listen, this man done been to Chicago. He done been all over the world, or all over America at least, and gave these same reviews to black people, black restaurants, and Atlanta is the only place where all of this is a problem. Girl, y'all got to be strong. Y'all have to be strong. Anyway, let's get into him saying he gonna postpone the tour, and I'm gonna come back with my comments and some TikToks. Let's get into it.
Okay, let's talk about it. Every restaurant that me and my family go to, we were either A, invited by the restaurant themselves, or B, was told about the restaurant 100+ times. From locals, from people who mention me, from people who email me, DM me. 99% of the time, I never go to a random restaurant. With that being said, my opinion was asked for. So many narratives being pushed, and it's insane to me. But let's be honest, what else do you want from me? If I go to a bunch of restaurants and have a string of good experiences, then I'm being too nice, I'm lying. The narrative's being pushed that my eye roll is fake and I'm lying just to help people. Then on the same hand, if I go to 2 or 3 restaurants where I don't have the best experience, now I'm tearing down businesses, now I'm being mean, now I need to shut up, I need to mind my business, I need to sit down. Again, I can't win for losing. I understand everybody gonna have an opinion on the situation. You can disagree with me, you cannot like what I say. Completely understand, I'm okay with that. But when my safety and my family safety start coming into play, that's where I draw the line at. But what can't happen is with my family or the restaurants or anybody's safety start coming into play. It's absolutely overboard. Especially when I was asked to give my opinion. Because you telling me my opinion only matter if it's positive. Because if it's positive, you got my face plastered on the wall and you saying Keith Lee been here. But if it's negative, I need to sit down somewhere and you don't know who I am. That's crazy to me. It was so much positive that happened in Atlanta that was shunned by the negative. It was so many restaurants we was blessed enough to help. We went to an array of restaurants like we always do at every city. I'm gonna be 100% transparent, 100% candid. Me and my family will postpone touring if other cities gonna be like this. Every review not gonna be the best. I'm gonna be 100% honest. If you want me to come, please understand, I will be honest. I don't mean no harm, I don't have no malicious intent. I mean that, and when I say it, I mean it. People be like, well, you know what you're doing. You know if you give a bad review, people gonna come and flood it with hate comments. What else do you want me to do? I'm telling people not to go and leave hate comments. I'm telling people not to leave negative comments. I'm telling people make their own opinions. You want me to lie and say I had a good experience, or you want me to only post the videos when I have a positive experience? And all of the videos I post is only gonna be positive experience. Then the narrative's gonna be pushed and I'm only trying to be positive, and we're gonna end up in the same situation. And on top of that, I think something that's getting lost in translation. When that happens, the restaurants that we are blessed enough to help won't be helped in the same manner because people won't show up in the same way because my reviews would be inauthentic. One of the reasons people show up the way they do is because they know I'm being honest and I'm giving my personal opinion and my personal perspective on the situation. But if I don't do that anymore, it won't be the 3 or 4 hour wait times, and now we won't be able to help business owners and we won't be able to give back to the community. In the grand scheme, that's what this is about. It's about giving back. It's about giving back to the community. It's about stimulating the economy. That's what it's about. All the other stuff, I'm a simple man in real life. As long as me and my family healthy and safe and we can live a comfortable life, I'm straight. Again, it's a double-edged sword. I understand with great power comes great responsibility. God made me for this. I'm built for this. At the end of the day, I just want to eat food, walk in my path. If you want to be on a journey with me, you are more than welcome. If you don't, God bless you. Y'all have an amazing day. Y'all be safe. And nobody's safety should be on the line. Not mine, not my family, not the restaurants that we go to. Relax. Like, relax, bro. Like, I understand. I get it. But at the end of the day, what you want me to do? You want me to lie? I can't do that. I'll walk away from everything before I lie. I'm telling you that right now. On 10 toes. Everything.
So now y'all heard Keith, and let me just say this, Keith. Let me tell you what happened, because see, I'm starting to think about it. You know how you said you was invited to these restaurants by the people in the restaurants? Me being a person who worked in the restaurant industry for over 10 years, what I'm thinking is the owners ain't the ones invited you, fat. You know who invited you, Keith? People who work there who know the restaurant is trash. They know that the restaurant service and the restaurant industry that they in or the people they work for is garbage. So what do? Invite you to come over on a random day, which you were going to do anyway, and basically it worked out in their favor. That's my theory, because there's no way these owners knew that he was coming. So it was somebody else in the restaurant. Hell, it could have been workers. It could have been anywhere. It could have been anybody, I'm sorry. But they invited you to come to give an honest review, in which you did, but to expose the nasty, trifling culture of these restaurants. And I feel so bad about that, because like you said, you did a whole bunch of good things for a whole lot of people. A lot of people got seated who wasn't going to get seated. A lot of people who got served and who wasn't going to get served. He was riding there tipping the waiters and the waitresses $500 to $1,000. He helped a plethora of black businesses that actually was doing their job. And it's these two main ones that everybody now all of a sudden they got an issue with. And you know what's crazy though? And this what makes me mad with black people. Because black people will always get on the front line, I'm sorry, and drag for the clear people, how the clear people do them this, how the clear people do them that, and da-da-da-da-da-da, and I can't make it because the clear man got his boot on my neck, and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. But the gag is, the only boot on your neck is your own. The only boot on your neck is your own. Now, I'm not saying black people not oppressed, and I'm not saying black people ain't going through stuff. What I'm saying is the biggest boot, let me back that up. The biggest boot on our neck is our own, and that's just facts. That's just facts. Y'all around here putting automatic gratuity on people doggone tables. I'm sorry, on their bills. Now people running around here feeling like they don't have to give you good service. Bad enough you gotta wait 2 hours to sit down and eat, and I can't wait in the restaurant. They talking about you gotta wait outside. Candy and the old lady gang at one point was charging for parking. Girl. Niggas and flies, I do despise. Niggas and flies, I do despise. Let's move on. So now let's get into something that Kev on stage said that was really like, okay, Kev, you get it. Let's get into Kev on stage, and I'm gonna come back with some commentary.
Okay, this is the one thing I want to say about Keith Lee that I hadn't seen nobody say yet. Here's why it's hard to get him to review your food good. Because you would have to treat everybody the same. You don't know when he's coming. He ain't gonna come in and you're like, oh, Keith, let's treat him right. That don't work. That backfires. And the people he's sending in for the food, he don't never show them on the videos. So in order to treat him well, you would have to treat every customer well. And well, that's just gonna take too much doggone time. It's easy to treat celebs well when they come in. We celebs, we on our way, treat us different. That's easy. But you try to do that to Keith, and it backfired. He like the Joker right now. You trying to bribe him? He's like, nah, man, I don't want your money. I want to pay for the food, and I want to be treated normal. People are like, what? This ain't how celebrity works. Let me treat you different. And then the video go crazy because of that. And the restaurants, they not finna treat everybody well. Ain't nobody got time for that.
And Kev ain't said one lie. Let me tell you something. When that boy said you would have to treat everybody good, and that's the problem, you don't want to do that, that really hit. That stick. That hit home, because you know why? It's the guy down the street. We all know we got some black capitalists in Atlanta, and they got people up there talking about these people spent their life savings. If you spent your life savings, then why we don't see that? Why y'all over here acting like everything is guaranteed and you ain't got to do nothing to appease somebody? And I seen a lot of people in my comments on my last video talking about, oh, well, I don't think that it's right that you saying this and that and the third, because this is tearing down black businesses. Somebody else said, I expect a celebrity to eat before me. Another person said, I must hate Candy. Another person said, that girl, y'all just don't like criticism. Criticism and Negroes are like oil and water, bitch. Do you hear me? They just don't mix. Niggas, even if it's constructive criticism, as Keith Lee. Oh, criticism, they automatically take it as you hating, or automatically take it as you hate the person. And don't nobody have to hate. Like, for what? I mean, the real gag is a lot of these so-called people in Atlanta who so-called got money and so-called driving nice cars, I done met a lot of y'all. A lot of y'all really don't have nothing but the cars and the clothes you got on your back. Can we talk? Oh, yeah. The niggas and the bitches in the club on Friday, in the sections, and da-da-da-da-da. A lot of them, a large majority of them ain't got no money. When you get to know them and you meet them, they got 3-4 roommates, or they live with their sister, or they still, oh, my mama live with me. Oh, nigga, please. Y'all fake as hell. That's why I don't be out in Atlanta no more. That's why I do not go out in Atlanta. I don't eat out. I cook my own food. I go to the farmer's market and I find something that I like and I cook it online. Girl, y'all not about to, I would never be subjected to that BS no more, because these people out here in these streets, girl, they really think they're better than you, and they not. They not. I done seen celebrities that I ain't seen since 95. Bitch, before Juvenile backed it up for the 99 and the 2000, and they treat them like they Oprah Winfrey when they come up. Whereas y'all gonna stand in line at the OLG for them subpar deviled eggs and them trash wings. Girl, bye. Anyway, let's get into some more TikTokers, and then I'm gonna read a couple Twitter people and we gonna get up out of here.
We not going for no Keith Lee slander. If you can't stand him, have you a seat. If you don't want to hear his opinion, close your ears. You don't want to see his video, scroll on. Keith Lee literally told y'all, I'm not a food critic. I just be eating and making TikToks. Y'all hit him with the N-word, you fake food critic with your fake ass. You tearing down the black businesses. We have the right to be treated like shit. Literally what y'all saying. Like Kev on stage said, this Keith Lee thing couldn't have gotten this big if people didn't already feel a way about Atlanta restaurant culture. And Callie said, exactly. We literally write reviews, speak with managers or owners, tell folks not to patronize businesses, but nothing changes. Thank you, Martin Luther Keith. Make sure, man. Family's being transparent. Family's telling y'all what he think about the food. This the part that blows my mind. This just a black man trying to amplify black businesses and telling you what he think in his opinion. He gave you 50 million disclaimers about not leaving bad reviews to companies you ain't ever been to and not trying to universalize your experience based off of his experience. He says, go to this place for yourself. And y'all still trying to drag him through the mud. Why? For being honest and saying what he don't like? This man did a whole food tour, went to so many different cities. The only time he's had a problem or unique experiences is when he went to the A. Listen, I love Atlanta. I love going all the time. But I've had some shitty food experiences. I've had some shitty food experiences here in Houston too. You know what I'm saying? We gonna say that for the video though. Hey, bottom line though, we not going for no Keith Lee slander and we can debate about it. You see what I'm saying? You gonna lose though, definitely. God is amazing. Have a nice day.
Me and my family are in Atlanta and currently we are at the Oogly Boogly disaster. I got it. Let's try it and rate it 1 through 10. As you can see, I don't have any bags in my hands. And that's because these motherfuckers don't want no fucking business. And bitches get talked to all types of ways and shit. They yell at you through their website, you know that? Cause why I feel like you screaming at me through the menu online. I sent my wife in to pick up the food, but they told her that because today was the first Wednesday in November that she had to do 20 push-ups in order to be entered into a raffle for a chance to be chosen to order her food. So I went in to order it instead and they told me I didn't have to do no push-ups and they had already had my order ready before I even ordered it. And I told them to suck me. As y'all already know, I don't like special treatment. I want to be treated just like everybody else because I'm no different than everybody else. It doesn't matter how many followers I have on TikTok or anything. So keep that same fucking energy, bitch. And on the way out of the restaurant, they told us to make sure that we tell the world about us. And I said, I got you. Y'all don't go to this motherfucker. If you go shit on the wall, smear it up against the fucking glass, shit ass to window, you know what I'm saying? Fuck this place. Fuck everything that they have. 1 out of 10. Customer service? Fucked. The staff? 1 out of 10. 0. Cause what the fuck y'all got an attitude with me for at 8:30 in the morning cause you gotta work at a job you applied to work for, you stinking bitch. Ain't none of you bitches Jada Cheebs. Ain't no fucking little baby or rapper gonna walk in that motherfucking wife, none of y'all. So get your fucking mind right before I get it right for you. Don't eat nothing at the Oogly Boogly disaster. I saw lice jumping around on this shit. It's fucking terrible. The business should have never been created at all. Matter of fact, all employees should be arrested and all shareholders should be put on fucking trial. Now don't formulate your own opinions. Don't go try it for yourself. Run with what I'm telling you. Fuck that shit. It's nasty. I hate it.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. That last dude TikTok was hilarious. Okay, that's what Keith Lee should have said. But look, let's get into these Twitter responses. It says, Atlanta done ruined the food tour. Now Keith Lee saying he finna postpone this shit because y'all sending unaliving threats to him and his family. He was in Chirac starting a chicken war and we still ain't threatening that man. You know why? Because it ain't that damn serious. Now, you know if he can make it out of Chirac with no issues, Atlanta, y'all got to be stopped. Y'all got to be stopped. And I hope he find whoever sending him them threats. Let's move on. Now, this person said Keith Lee has been peacefully doing his reviews the whole time, but left Atlanta with unaliving threats. This city is becoming harder and harder to defend. I don't defend it. The next person said Keith Lee basically exposed how many black people don't think other black people deserve good customer service, including themselves, Huey. Including themselves. This is insanity. Then the other person said Keith Lee not exposing restaurants, he's exposing character and how we've become so concerned with optics, money, and celebrity that everything else takes a back seat. But that's too deep for the intro. Child, you better, I'ma stop you when you start lying. Inspired? I'ma stop you when you start lying. Let's move on. Now, this one says this Keith Lee thing couldn't have gotten this big if people didn't already feel a way about Atlanta restaurant culture. Correct. The next person said the people hating on Keith Lee have never read an actual restaurant review. Exactly. They don't know how brutal a review can be, okay? Keith Lee is not obliterating anyone's self-esteem to pay his rent. He is just eating and shining the light on black food culture. Let me tell y'all something. If Gordon Ramsay had went to any of them restaurants and said worse, because you know he would have, you know Negroes would have never fixed their lips to try to threaten that man. Because this is what I found. Hold on, let me get Keith up here so I can get my outro going. This is what I found out about Negroes. Negroes don't have no issue unaliving each other. I'm talking about could do it in their sleep and sleep well the next night, no problem, no issues. They don't care about going to jail, prison, or none of that because they feel like it's still another Negro. But let it be someone of the milk community, of any one of the milk communities, you Negroes be scared shitless. And you know why y'all be scared like that? Because you know that the consequences for doing such things can end in your life being gone. It's the psychological thing that y'all have against other Negroes. So where this man who's an MMA fighter, so y'all not gonna run up on him, can we talk about that too? But he's an MMA fighter, a prior MMA fighter. And he gave honest, to me, too nice reviews on y'all trash ethics in y'all restaurants. No to-go orders on the weekend, bitch. If any of you hoes ever pulled up to doggone Chili's or Applebee's or Olive Garden or wherever y'all eating at Texas Roadhouse and them people told y'all we don't do to-go orders on weekends, y'all will pitch a fit. But because it's Candy at the OLG, I understand because the kitchen be getting backed up. Bitch, hire new people then. Shit. Girl, let me say this. Shout out to Keith Lee for coming down here. Keith, I hope whoever threatened you, I hope that you find out who they are and who they are connected to. And I hope once you do that, basically, they go to jail and whoever they're connected to go to jail too. Say what I said. And I don't care who it is. Fave or not. I don't care. And I don't know if it's Candy. I'm not saying it is, but I'm just saying it's just a coincidence that it was 2 restaurants that got amplified for the negativity and not a man receiving threats. 1 + 1 always equal 2 and 1 - 1 always equals 0. Now, I don't know what that means, but y'all get what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I just think that it's so disgusting that black people are like this with each other. And anybody who says anything against the populace is automatically hating. Ain't nobody hating on you. The fuck? That man probably making more than them people making in their restaurants. And I know Candy got 50 million jobs, so I'm not talking about her specifically. But I'm saying he's probably making on TikTok going around food reviews more than the Real Milk and Honey owners. Can we talk about it? See, y'all take this internet shit for jokes. Niggas making more on the internet than y'all is clocking in on y'all jobs. And I clock in too, so I ain't even saying it like that. But I'm just saying, he ain't got no reason to hate on y'all. He been doing this. If he could make it out of Chicago in one piece with no threats, y'all niggas is trash in Atlanta. And I feel like this. I will not go to none of these restaurants. None of them. And then y'all wonder why black people, y'all need to support black businesses. Y'all wrong. Y'all don't want to support black businesses because this is what we get when we go to black businesses. I'm tired of going to the black business or black restaurant and I'll pick up the chicken and waffles and, we not serving that today. We out of chicken. Or I want to order the appetizer, the barbecue shrimp. We not serving that. We out of oil. Or maybe, okay, can I just go ahead and get the wings then? The wings, we're going to be backed up at least 45 minutes to an hour because the cook just got here. He just got out of jail. I'm tired of that shit, that ragged ass shit. I am never going to support black businesses just because they black, because that's what's wrong with us now. And that's why people don't change what's going on. That man was in New Orleans and left without a scratch. Come on now. Girl, Atlanta, y'all not even that. Don't get me started. Atlanta, okay. Anyway, I'm saying all that to say, being a person who has waited in restaurants and worked in restaurants for 10 plus years, his critiques were valid, his critiques were needed, and his critiques were warranted, and they were very, very respectful. So anybody who feel played because they got the Lapidi bird smacked, and now y'all want to have people send this man unaliving threats, you do know things can be traced back, don't you? Idiots. I hope they find who did that to you, Keith. My bad, Keith. I ain't even from Atlanta, so I don't claim Atlanta. I just live around here, if we could really be honest. But anyway, girl, y'all said, and I bet I never hear nobody say Atlanta is the black Wakanda, because if this is Wakanda, bitch, tear my ass down where the people from Frozen be at, because I don't want no parts of this type of Wakanda, because niggas and flies, I do despise. Y'all drop down in the comments and let me know what y'all think about this. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, follow me on all platforms, and don't get under my comments hollering about, you hate Candy. Girl, to hell with Candy. I don't know that lady, and neither do you. Hell, quiet as it's kept, she might hate you, bitch. Get off of here.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.